Good morning, everyone. I hope all are fine. So today I am here with you all to start a new chapter for class 8, that is the reaching the age of adolescence. So we have already done one chapter, that is reproduction, in class 8. So this chapter is very important. This is included in class 8 only because this is the right age to understand, to learn all these things, to aware all the children about the age of adolescence, because this is a growing age, right? So in this chapter we will discuss about the various changes which are taking place during the adolescent age, right? Endocrine system. So as we all know that, like breathing and body movements, these all are controlled by the nervous system, right? And there are a number of other slower processes that go on in the body, such as growth. These processes are primarily controlled by the system that is known as endocrine system. Nervous system and endocrine system often work together to help the body function properly. Endocrine system actually it controls these processes through chemicals. These chemicals are called hormones, which we will study in this chapter. So hormones regulate many processes in the body such as growth, development, behavior, and reproduction. Each hormone is required in very small quantity and has its own specific function. Your body has over 30 of these hormones. It is hormones that make you feel hungry or full, determine how you sleep or how you handle stress, and much more. Glands that produces hormones are located in the various parts of the body. These glands have ducts and release hormones directly into the bloodstream. So we will study it one by one. So puberty and adolescence, which we are going to study. So as we are having in NCRT, Bujo and Paheli two characters. So Bujo was celebrating his 12th birthday. So when his friend visited home, so he was just laughing at them, that because many of Bujo's school friends whom she met after a long time, they were looking funny with a hairy line above the lips. So she was laughing. And then her mother explained that the boys had grown up because at this age, that mustache beard starts growing on the faces of male. So growth begins from the day one is born. But upon crossing the age of 10 or 12, there is sudden spurt in the growth which becomes noticeable. The changes taking place in the body part are growing up. The growth is taking in the body throughout our life from the birth, but at this age it becomes noticeable. So the stage of life when the body becomes capable of reproduction is known as puberty. It is normally 11 to 16 years in boys and 10 to 15 years in girls. The periods may vary from person to person. When a child reaches puberty, she becomes an adolescent. The period of transition from a child to an adult is known as adolescence. It continues until the age of 18 or 19 years, after which there is no further growth in the body. That's why this is the right age to eat healthy, to keep yourself healthy, keep yourself away from the bad habits, always follow the good habits, do the exercise properly. This is the right time, right age to get the height proper, to get the weight of the body proper. So this is the best period of time when you can make your body strong, which will be very helpful in the late stages of life. So during the adolescence, the body undergoes several changes. These changes mark the onset of puberty. So beginning of the body's journey to becoming an adult. We can say the puberty is just the beginning of the body's journey to becoming an adult. Puberty ends with the adolescent reaching reproductive maturity. Now, Paheli and Bojo realized that sudden increase in height and hairy line above the lips in boys were signs of adolescence. They wanted to know more about other changes and puberty. So there are, apart from these, there are other changes. First is the increase in height. You can see the table is given in the NCERT book by which you can calculate the height. This is the formula to calculation of full height. You can compare your present height, measure your present height, put up here, use the table, put up the value, and you will get it that how much full height you can have. And I want that everyone should do that activity. Everyone will measure the height of his or her own and then mention in the notebook that my full height will be from this day. Today you can check and then do that. Okay. So initially the girls grows faster than boys, but by about 18 years of age, both reach their maximum height. The rate of growth in height varies in different individuals. So some may grow suddenly at puberty, then slow down, while others may go gradually. There is no need for Paheli to worry. All body parts do not grow at the same rate. So these changes take place in the body. Sometimes the arms and legs or hands and feet of adolescents look oversized and out of proportion. But soon the other parts catch up and result in the proportionate body. So if any body part is growing in a haphazard manner, so you should not be worried because it will be in proportionate later on. But you have to keep eating the healthy things, nutritious things, basically. Right? Next is the change in body shape. If we talk about change in body shape, in boys, the shoulders become broader and the chest becomes wider. The muscles grow more than in girls. And in girls, the pelvic region widens, hips broaden, breasts develop and increase in size, mammary glands develop inside the breast. Mammary glands are the milk secretion glands. Apart from this development of hair also, hair start growing in the armpits and in the pubic public area. In body, in boys, facial hair develop like beard and mustache. This appear in the boys. Yes, voice change also take place. The voice box or the larynx begins to grow. It becomes bigger in boys than in girls. This is why boy develops a deep voice whereas girls have a high pitched voice. You can see here in boys as the larynx begins to grow, the voice often cracks. Sometimes the voice also become hoarse. However, this is temporary and voice is soon back to normal. So this is the Adam's apple. It can be visualized during that age. So you might have observed your friends who were in seventh with you now in class 8. When you will meet them, you will observe that their voice will become hoarse. Even your also they will observe. So that is the reason because you are at the age of adolescence. Next is increased activity of sweat and sebaceous glands. Due to increase in the activity of sweat and sebaceous glands, sebaceous means oil glands, this leads to the increased sweating, often resulting in body odor. You must be having the more sweating at this age, right? So due to which the body odor means smell of the body will also change during that time when you're sweating a lot. And also the skin becomes oilier. This often leads to the appearance of acne and pimples on the face. If pimples or acne are appearing on the face, you should not be worried about this. This is due to the increased activity of the sweat and sebaceous gland. This is not happening to all the children. In some cases, it happens. It's not compulsory that everyone will have the acne or pimples. Some may have, but they should not worry because I told you earlier also these changes take place and vary from person to person. Okay. Development of sex organs. In chapter 9, we have studied about male and female sex organs in humans. So at puberty, male sex organs like testes and penis will develop completely, where the testes will start producing sperms. And in girls, the ovary enlarge and eggs begin to mature. And also ovaries start releasing mature eggs. Very, very important. Reaching mental, intellectual and emotional maturity. So change in behavior and attitude is also observed at this age. Intellectual development occurs during adolescence to transform the individual from a child to an adult. As a result of trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind, adolescents often find themselves feeling confused, insecure, and self conscious. This is a natural part of growing up and is experienced by everyone. Therefore, there is no reason to feel insecure, right? But be emotionally strong, mentally strong, right? So there is no worry to be insecure. At this age, sexually feeling starts that sexual maturity causes boys and girls to become interested in and attracted to the opposite sex. That boys may be attracted toward girls and girls may be attracted towards boys. So this happens during this period of time, that is adolescence, right? Then we have secondary sexual characters. In secondary sexual characters, what are secondary sexual characters? We know that we are having male gamete and female gametes, that is testes and ovaries are the reproductive organs and they produce the gametes, that is sperms and ova. In girls, breast begins to develop at puberty and boys begin to grow facial hair. So these are the features which help to distinguish the male from a female. They are called secondary sexual characters, right? So these are the characters which help us to distinguish between the male and female, that are known as secondary sexual characters. And all these changes, as I discussed earlier, these all are controlled by hormones. Hormones are the chemical substances secreted by the endocrine glands or endocrine system. Male hormone or testosterone begins to be released by the testes at the onset of puberty. Male hormone is testosterone, female hormone is estrogen, right? And milk secreting glands also will start develop inside the breast. The production of these hormones is under the control of another hormone secreted from an endocrine gland called pituitary gland that we are going to discuss. So how do they act? That is the role of hormones initiating reproductive function. You can see here on the screen that table is given. Hormones from pituitary stimulates testes and ovaries to release the male and female sex hormones. They release in the bloodstream and reach the part of the body, that is the target site where they have to act, and then they stimulate changes in the body at onset of puberty, right? So that is all for today. Thank you very much.